So, ladies and gentlemen, it is six. Well, it is Saturday. Like I said, it's 6:30 ish. We're still not on that other half. Apologies for it being so late. We definitely got a lot to get to. It is playoff time, so we definitely want to discuss playoff formats, some of the actual QBs that might be help or break you, and definitely get into these news and notes with the actual NFL. So as you see, we got the OG, we got Gotham's greatest right there at the bottom, ready to start it off for you. Welcome to that fantasy show.
Yes, sir.
Place your battery.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, welcome to that fantasy show. I'm your host, the commish, the prime one, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me no punk. To my left, to my left, you're right. I was like, to my right, you're left. I got the OG, and under us we have Mr. Gotham City himself, Mr.
Popped
Bruce
out
Wayne.
front. Mr. Popped out front.
Pooped out front.
Pooped out front. Oh yes, pooped out. I'm sorry. Pooped out front. I didn't see that second. Oh my bad.
So, gentlemen, it is playoff time. Look, I'm not gonna lie. From the leagues I'm in, I think I made out of the 8 leagues, I made 5. I made the playoffs out of 5 of them.
You a whore.
I am.
You are a whore.
And that is why we have this show, so I can give you all types of things. Whether we win, whether I win or lose, I got all the other options to say this is what you do and don't do.
No, just don't do what you say. 8 leagues, dude. Like, have you done anything right?
I'm not.
I'm in 5 of the. I'm in 5 of the 8 playoffs. So look, I only missed the playoffs by 3, and I ain't gonna lie. Look, I'm not gonna lie. DJ's league, the original league that I started, I blame Patrick Mahomes. You give me 6 points, and I lose by 6 points.
I'm not doing well at all. I don't man, my guys, I don't know. They just they on the corner waiting on the cab, man.
Man. Now I tell you what, Thursday night, that I definitely wanted to start that off. We finally got to see the Kyle Pitts that we've been praying for. If you had him as a tight end, you finally got to see the Kyle Pitts that everybody has prayed for, that Atlanta should have, that we thought that he was going to be when he first came to Atlanta.
Oh yeah, he balled out. Yeah, he balled out.
Out of control.
Right. Was it 7 receptions for 150 yards, 3 touchdowns?
Yeah. Dude, he had 100 yards the first half.
Did he really? Okay. I didn't watch that game.
He had 100 yards the first half and 2 touchdowns.
I see whoever had him got 45.6 points.
I had him.
Oh, okay. So no wonder why you won then.
No, not yet. Let's just say I got a substantial lead.
Okay.
Because other than that, who knows? I think there was one season I had when DJ Moore went off, had like 45, 50 points, and I still lost.
I ain't do too well this week. I forgot who I playing on the lead I'm in with y'all. They beat me like 170 to like 85, something like that.
Yeah, I don't care about that anymore. But yeah, I think so. The first round with the Eskimo brothers, I had him on there. I got 47 points, just him.
The screen is just pointing at herself saying winner from last week. So she knows she's still up top.
She because she got that first round bye. That's why. She don't gotta worry about nothing this week. She like, yeah, y'all go ahead and play. Yeah, I'm straight.
I'm just sitting here. I'm waiting.
I want to see how y'all do this week. And she's shining the belts.
No, they sitting back here. She ain't shining. She ain't shining yet.
She ain't shining the belts like y'all go ahead.
Just waiting on that third one to get here. So to get that third one, she wants that old school John Cena spinner belt.
Right.
Is it her or you?
Her. I got nothing to do with the NFL. That ain't me.
Man.
But I definitely want to get into the news and notes. The biggest thing everybody's been talking about is Old Man River has returned.
I cannot believe that shit, dude. Like, why not just go back and get Andrew Luck? Look, get Johnny Unitas out of the ground. Like, he's probably got a good chance of doing it.
Well, I'm sure they would have went with Andrew Luck, but remember, Andrew Luck actually quit on him before the season even started.
Yeah.
Like
I said, dig Johnny Unitas. Right?
Well, if he would have resigned, he would be playing for Baltimore. Remember?
It's still the Colts.
Yeah, true. But I don't know. I mean, y'all take a look. So what I'm going to do is show you what I actually printed up was the actual remaining schedule for them, for Old Man Rivers. Let's see if that's the right one. Yeah. So with Old Man Rivers, we got the Seahawks. Now this is based on the teams and their average fantasy points that they allow for quarterbacks. So the Seahawks, like you said, Seahawks has pretty much been the best between the Seahawks and the Texans. Those are pretty much going to be his struggles. Other than that, the 49ers and Jaguars give you, they're averaging 17 points. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's kind of like, I will say this: if you have any of the actual players, it might be a benefit. So if you have
at this point picking, like, just grabbing Rivers, like, just the programmers and developers of the apps themselves were mad as hell going, now we got to add Rivers into the thing this late into the season.
Well, the good thing is that with Rivers, all you got to do is just guess. You don't really got to throw any stats because he hasn't played. He'll be like Joe Flacco when he returned And it's funny that because Joe Flacco returned with the Browns, didn't he?
Right. He came back at the beginning of the season. Rivers is coming in. We're fucking playoff time.
Well, no, that was his first. That was the first time. Now that was the second time. The first time he actually was further down in the season when he picked him up.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
And that's when they actually made that playoff run, but they got spanked.
I mean, it's the Browns, so yeah.
I mean, looking at all four of these teams, all of them got hardcore defense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, all four got hardcore defense. You can't take Seahawks defense lightly. 49ers, Jaguars defense has been stepping up the last two games, and even Texans who beat Kansas City, their defense stepped up against Kansas last. What was that, Thursday or last week?
Last Sunday. Well, yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. So you can't take none of these defenses lightly at all.
Whoa.
I probably say the weakest one out of the four. I mean, based on defensive line, I might say maybe the 49ers because they're probably the team that had the most injuries, but people come back.
Now, with their actual record, I think they're 8-4.
Yeah,
they're not that, and yeah, I'll probably say they have a lot of the actual wild card teams breathing behind their neck. Do you think with these last few games, can they survive and still make the playoffs?
As long as they keep handing the ball to JTT, they might be all right.
Now, I think with JTT, he's definitely going to get a lot. If you have him in fantasy, I definitely see him getting a lot of touches. But what about the receivers?
No,
And think about it, you got Ty Warren, you got Michael Pitts, you got Josh Downs, you got Alec Pierce. These are heavy. I'm not gonna say they were heavy hitters, but to Daniel Jones and anybody else that's been behind that as a QB, these are legitimate quarterbacks. I mean, these are legitimate receivers that can give you some points, and especially right now during playoff time.
I mean, first of all, can old man Rivers still throw that ball? And then two, the two teams out of this four that got the best secondary to me is Seahawks and the Texans.
Yeah,
right. It's going to be some work. Now, again, Rivers wasn't the best quarterback, but he wasn't a bad quarterback. Rivers was just very inconsistent.
True that.
So, but he obviously did something. He obviously did something that the Colts were like, yeah, we'll put you on the field. Fuck it.
Remember, he did retire a Colt.
He did.
All right, he did. Yes, he did.
He played because he got signed with the Colts. He retired a Colt. I'm sure that him still being up there, dude. It still cracks me up that he's now a grandfather.
So now
with 20 kids, and now he has grandkids.
Well, so now he's actually the oldest quarterback in the NFL, not Aaron Rodgers no more.
Right. At 44.
At 44, right?
Yeah. Now the other thing is that because he is actually on the active roster, he has to wait another 5 years.
Yeah, reset this year, right? He was on.
He was a finalist in the Hall of Fame ballot.
Oh, so he got to wait another 5 years before he can become a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dirty. So is that an NFL rule?
Yeah, you cannot be. You have to basically be inactive for 5 years to be eligible.
Oh, that's dirty.
So he's a first-time ballot. That was a choice he had to make. I mean, think about it. He knew that. So that's a choice he had to make to say, look, you can play, but if you do know that you will not be in a Hall of Fame.
Who that? He got 3 more kids on the way. It's the only reason. He was like, yeah, I'll sign up and get that check again. I got 3 more coming.
No. He don't have 3 more coming. His kids got 3 more coming. Like I said, he becoming a grand. He a grandpappy now.
He a grandpa at 40.
He a grandpappy now.
Man.
You got what do you have? 9 girls?
Right.
You got 9 girls and a boy, so he has 10 kids.
He got 10 kids.
You got 10 kids.
Okay, that's so I see why he.
And then I think one of his girls ended up having a baby. So yeah, now he's a grandfather.
Grandpa gonna be getting hit left and right.
Right.
It's a shame to it. You can say, look at your grandpa playing football, baby. Ain't that cute?
Right. Man, I don't think he can run no more like he used to. So he gonna have to be like 3 seconds or less to get that ball out of his hand.
I ain't gonna lie. Think about it. You rushed for 5 years. I'm sure he tries to stay in shape. Maybe not I'm not saying maybe not football shape, but I can still see him still being in shape, especially because he was a coach. So he's still probably throwing the football a little bit. He's still probably running around a little bit. So I mean, I'm not saying he was never a speedster to begin with,
right?
So to him, it's not like if he runs, everything's all of a sudden everything's gonna cramp up like he hasn't done this in years.
But get that motherfucker a walker, he be all right.
I just hope that offensive line can hold up for him.
Yeah. Now the next game I definitely want to bring up is the Commanders and Minnesota. Zach Ertz tore his ACL in a shutdown loss. I'm not gonna lie. I watched that play. I don't care what anybody say. That was a dirty play. He went straight. It was a Willis McGahee play back when he played in Miami and Ohio State. Yeah, it was that one.
His leg went that way, just like Willis McGahee's leg.
Yeah, it went. Yeah, that was. They were aiming for that.
So his body went that way and his leg went that way.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. They said it was gruesome.
Yeah, I seen that one, and then I give him 2 as a G because I watched Hard Knocks that when they did it, he just said it's like, dude, I'm done. Didn't cry, didn't was screaming and hollering. He was like, dude, I don't know. It's like I felt it. I'm like, dude, you taking this like a champ.
He was lying. So he probably tore all three ligaments. He probably tore the A, the M, and the P, huh?
A through Z.
A
I'm
through
putting it
Z.
that way. A through Z. That thing is done.
He said, "Don't forget none of the alphabets."
No, all 26 letters. Now, I will say this. That was the actual game that Peyton Danes did play in. They played pretty good, but he reactivated the elbow. And like I said, me personally, I say shut him down for the season. I understand everybody want to say he's a warrior, he's this, he's that. If you're a football player, I respect the whole football montage, the warrior things like that. But if I'm invested in that team, I need you healthy the following. I need you healthy next year. Because I can't, even though your shoulder might be okay, it's sore stuff like that, I can still go. What are we playing for?
Pretty much nothing now.
We can't, because technically we are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. I am not about to sit my star quarterback out to the wolves, and if something happens to him, now I got to worry about the all season, him getting healthy, and if I have him again.
Mm-hmm. That's
smart. So if anybody, like I said, and you play football, so it's like you know, it's like, okay, I'm not saying you don't play love for the game, and right now this is a business,
right? Yeah, that's a smart move. I mean, as manager, GM, head coach, and the staff, like you got to do what's best interest of the whole organization. Like we just rest him and let him get better for next year's spring, and then start from there. Because I mean, there's only 4 games left, so like you said, mathematically, y'all not in.
No. But I will say this: with Mariota, again, I'm about to throw another thing in here. Yeah, I was working my magic. So that's the remaining schedule with the Commanders.
Ooh.
And these are the average points that QBs are getting against these teams. Now, I will say this: with Mariota behind the helm, and we got to remember, finally they are fully loaded. That's if they decide to actually let these. That's if they allow Terry and them to still play. I would at least, I'm like, look, you got 4 games left. At least play 3 to 4.
Yeah, y'all got the Eagles twice.
Right. I was like, if y'all beat the Eagles, one. And look, my respect, my apologies for the actual thing. This is from the NFL.com. I don't know why they adjusted it twice. Or that might have been me because I got too little happy with the Giants. So my mistake on the points allowed for the second Eagles game.
So who's leading in that conference right now?
Eagles.
They still leading?
Eagles are still leading.
Wow. Okay.
But not by much. So I'll probably say I think Dallas plays Minnesota Sunday night. So hopefully Minnesota does to Dallas what they did to us. I'm praying for it. Not too much. I need Javonte to at least run a few yards, get at least 1 or 2 touchdowns. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You give me 15. You give me 15. That's all I need. I ain't asking too much.
No, and not asking for nothing at all.
Yeah, because you don't have them. That's why you're not asking for anything. I am. Okay. But I will say with Mariota, if you do have players like Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, well, I probably say right now those are the only 2 that's really looking. Maybe Trey Burks. Trey Burks has been kind of making himself known with the team. Like I said, that's been more for deep sleepers. So if you have those 3 against the Giants, I can definitely see Mariota having a nice game. Same thing with the Eagles is kind of iffy, depending on if they wake up defensively or not. Mm-hmm. Cowboys, yeah. Last time we played them, we weren't fully staffed, but we still had Mariota, and Mariota kind of got, sent to the woodshed.
At this point in the season, with as many games as Mariota has started this year, like you're gonna get what you're gonna get out of Mariota. Like he's not gonna show you anything special anymore.
You're right. I'm not saying to show anything special, but I will probably say we've seen him with we haven't really seen him with McLaurin and Samuel together healthy. Right. So now you have McLaurin and you have Samuel healthy. Let's see what he can do with them. The only thing that sucks is, like I said, you lost Zach Ertz, and that's when the backups coming. I think Benson is one of the backups, so we'll see what Ben does. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm like I said this last week, technically we just seen him show off this week because I don't know if anybody realizes that Kyle Pitts is in his final contract. Once this season is over with, he's a free agent.
Damn.
That'd be a nice little pickup for your Commanders.
I would love it. Like I said, we've needed a tight end presence for a minute. We keep getting, and I'm not saying it disrespectfully, but we keep getting these season past their, I don't say past their prime, but on the cusp of their prime, players.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely feel as though, that will be a nice little pickup, especially for Jaden. Jaden needs that type of player.
I need a running back too. That running game is suspect.
You ain't just whistling Dixie. I've been talking about that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I've been whistling. I'm not gonna lie. I hope we can grab Jordan Love from Notre Dame.
I mean, because for a minute I thought Brian Robertson was the answer, but he really wasn't.
Hold on, doesn't Jordan Love play for Green Bay?
What's that?
Doesn't Jordan Love play for Green Bay? Who the hell coming from Notre Dame?
I mean, you mean Jeremiah Love for Notre Dame.
Jeremiah Love, yeah.
Thank you. I was lost.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
So right now, like I said, he'll probably be the first available running back available, and we're 3-10. We only won 3 games.
So y'all either gonna be number 1 pick or number 2.
No, we ain't getting the number 1. I think that's going to the Raiders.
Is that going to the Raiders?
I think that's going to the Raiders.
Oh my god. If I was, I'm not gonna lie. If I was Commanders, I'll definitely jump on Love, and then I'll go grab me two good offensive tackles because y'all need them.
We love between us and Kansas City. Yeah, I think that's the Achilles. That's our problem. But I think, and I really think they might do this first. I think they're going after Caleb Downs.
Okay.
I think they're going to go after Caleb Downs, but me personally, it's like, look, we definitely need a premier running back. I get this running back by committee, but you can see with this type of running back, they're not feared. It's like you have Jordan. I'm gonna say Jordan Love. Sorry, I'm about to do it again. You got McNichols, you got Rodriguez, and you got Bill.
See,
I like McNichols. He's tough.
He has his games, yes, but he's not. I just don't see him as a starter.
Yeah.
He for some reason he's a guy that can't be. He's not fantasy wise. He's not doing it. I mean, he's had one good game, and that was against the Raiders.
Yeah,
and that's because he had that 75-yard touchdown run.
Right. I
mean, you haven't seen anything from him.
Yeah, he runs good behind his pass, but he just don't have that elite speed.
Right.
So you got that elite speed, you just making it easier. Like my position, safety, you just making the safety easier to catch you.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm gonna wait. You gonna do your little shake and bake.
Right.
I got you,
right now, I got you. Free safety out there and clips you on the legs.
But yeah, I'll probably say if you want, like I said, fantasy wise in the playoffs, if you're looking for like I said, another quarterback, because I'm not gonna lie, I have Drake May in one of my leagues, and he's playing Buffalo. Now, I am questioning, should I start Drake May over Mariota?
Yes.
Or Shedeur Sanders?
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you why, because, again, you're playing Buffalo. Again, I'm not worried about the win. I'm worried about the productivity. And right now, we going into Buffalo territory.
Oh, y'all playing them at home. Y'all playing them at their house.
We're going through Buffalo territory. On top of that, this is an actual I think with this game, I'm not saying don't sit them because they're not going to win or something like that. It's going to be a ground and pound game.
Yeah, it's going to be a low scoring game. It's going to be a low scoring game.
Like Travion Henderson, yeah, go ahead and start him. Yeah. If you got Cook, go ahead, start him. But that air attack, I don't see it being a factor in this game.
So you don't think Diggs is going to do anything?
Not to say he won't do anything, but again, like I said, productivity wise for May, I mean, he might run the ball a bit, but I just don't. But compared to the other two I'm looking at, which is Mariota and quite a step, Shador.
Shador's gonna be in Arizona next year anyway. Just get off that.
Like I said, and who's that? This this Shador schedule with the Browns. They're playing Chicago, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati.
Okay. You see, Shador got Chicago, Buffalo. So I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and put my WLs out there. Chicago, probably an L. Buffalo, probably an L.
You keep going. The only major W against Cincinnati.
Pittsburgh is a 50-50 depending on who they got on the defensive line, because JT Watt just had surgery on a collapsed lung. Right.
Over fucking acupuncture. What the fuck?
They said he got hurt during weight in the weight room lifting weights or something like that.
The shit I heard, they collapsed his lung doing dry needling, which is just fancy terms for fucking acupuncture.
Acupuncture. Okay then. And then
right, Cincinnati didn't know what the fuck they was doing.
Yeah. Then Cincinnati.
That's a W.
That's probably a W. That's probably a W because most of their players on defense is like backups right now. Besides their linebackers are pretty good, but that secondary is suspect.
Yeah, like I said, with Shador, again, I'm not worried about if he's winning or losing. I just want to make sure he's being productive.
Right.
So it's like with Chicago, I think Chicago he's going to have a good game. He might have a respectable game.
Yeah, he might do well against Chicago.
Buffalo, I just depending on how they do it with New England, like I said, they're averaging 13. And like I said, and that's the next week, and then you got Pittsburgh again. Again, depends on how with Pittsburgh we will see, because I'm not gonna lie, there's been games to where with the Steelers, we've seen that defense, we've seen that secondary just completely shut down. And we've seen that and like I said, with the changes that they made, again, you brought in Asante Samuel Jr., you moved Ramsey to the safety position, and then you still got Joey Porter Jr. on the other end. So it's kind of like you have Ramsey calling the plays for the rookies so they can understand what's going on.
Right. Since you're speaking on behalf of my Steelers, is it time for my coach, my favorite coach, to go? Is it time for him to get up out of Pittsburgh?
Hell no. Tomlin's got that Bill power. He got that Bill power.
I'm probably going to back up JT on this. We've seen Cowher go through his ups and downs, and he still had a job.
Yeah.
We didn't see Cowher didn't get his first Super Bowl until he retired. But every year, Cowher was still putting y'all in the playoffs. Cowher was still giving y'all division wins. Cowher still kept y'all a contender. And that's the same thing Tomlin is doing. Tomlin is still doing the right things. It was kind of like when I understand why Cincinnati got rid of their coach that 1 year because they got tired of not winning the playoff games. I'm like, wait, but you're still going to the playoffs.
We've had this conversation. I would rather just not make the playoffs, so you got a better chance of getting a better player in the draft by not going to the playoffs. If you go to the playoffs and lose in the first round every year, you're drafting at the end of the first round every year.
True. Not. But put it this way. But if you're drafting at the end of the season, end of the year anyway, but every year you're still a contender in the playoffs. Every year.
Just making the playoffs is not fucking worth it. Like, you get to the playoffs,
I'm not firing the coach. I'm firing the general manager, because the general manager is supposed to be giving me players that I can coach to take it to that next level. I'm giving basically. I put it this way: do you fire the chef, or do you fire the person that's bringing in the groceries?
Look,
and the food is good, but it's like, well, I would like to have some potatoes. If the chef didn't have potatoes, how you going to make potatoes? How you going to get the potatoes?
You got the chef.
So I'm firing. I'm firing the. Well, I put it this way. Okay, cookie wise, I don't know how to put this because it's like, okay, I was trying to go through
not the person who's buying.
The other coaches, when he's like, you can't give me, how I'm gonna cook the meal when you're the one buying the groceries.
Like every kitchen I worked in, I was the one bringing the shit in. So, if you the chef, you bringing your shit with you. It's kind of like Consuela. You should bring your own lemon pledge.
No.
I mean, that's true. I think the first problem with our boys is going with that old quarterback. They didn't even give Will Howard a chance yet, man. I'm like, and that's pretty much why y'all drafting him to see if he could be the future. But y'all didn't even give the man a chance yet.
I think they drafted Will Howard because Cleveland clipped him with Shador. I really think that he was supposed to go to Cleveland. To Pittsburgh.
It was a rumor that Shador was supposed to go to Pittsburgh, but then Cleveland jumped in front of Pittsburgh to get Shador. And I'm like, because Mike Tomlin is a close friend to Deion Sanders and both of his boys. So I'm like, I was kind of a little upset like Cleveland did that. But he's balling in Cleveland right now though.
Well, the whole thing with that, probably Cleveland was hoping that like they draft him and then Pittsburgh will call them, hey, we'll give you this, and this.
True.
To get him over here. And they just didn't.
I'm hoping, to be honest, I'm hoping Shador does get traded. I don't even want to see him in Cleveland.
That's fine. He's going to Arizona next season anyway.
He's going to Arizona. You going to the Cardinals?
Yep. Yeah, because they done with Kyler Murray.
I think they done with Kyler Murray too.
At this point, like, and the worst part is like he'll end up going in a backup capacity to them as well. He might go to the Colts.
Oh, that'll be nice. Nice.
The Colts, Daniel Jones will be back next season. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But they're already done with Richardson.
Yeah.
I understand he hurt himself.
Richardson's been on IR the whole season. Orbital bone injury.
I was going to say that. Or do you think the Colts? I think the Colts are done with Richardson. I was going to ask you that. Like, do you think he's gone?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I don't even know a team that he'll end up going to, because if he does go to another team, it'll just be in a backup capacity, right? Him just tapping out of a game, like his career was over at that point.
Yeah, because he got a concussion protocol, and then it was a shoulder, right?
Right.
But when he was healthy, the thing was that he wasn't in shape. He wasn't in football shape.
Right, I remember that part.
And that's when he was calling for them. I'm like, hold on. How are you not in football shape?
Exactly.
Right. You had all this time. Granted, you had a concussion, but that shouldn't have stopped you from at least staying in shape.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You couldn't get hit.
Right.
But you can still do the actual cardio and all that other stuff that you're supposed to stay in shape doing. Throwing the football, running. You were still able to do that.
And then the messed up part about it is he was actually ready to come back, but they's like, nah, we're just gonna keep you on IR and we're gonna get Phillip Rivers. They could have played Richardson, but if people know how to read in between the lines, that tells me like, yeah, they're done with you, Richardson.
Right.
I love it this way. I seen it to where it was kind of like the Jamarcus Russell thing.
Oh man.
Oh.
Like I said, they try. I don't think it was. I don't think it was that bad. I want to say it was that bad for him, but in that level to where it was like, okay, we're teaching you stuff and you're not grasping the concept of it. You're not grasping. No, it's like it was just like, I don't know. Either you're not trying to learn, or you're not, or you just. I hate to say it like that. You're just that stupid. I hate to say it like that, but because that's how it felt. It was like, okay, either one, you're not trying to learn the program, you're not trying to get better, you're not trying to do this, or you're just, and I hate to say it like this, you're just football stupid.
I know that's sad. You did all that at LSU and then get to the pros and just was a blowout.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was like I said for Jamarcus Russell, but the same thing is going in with Anthony Richardson because he had that one good season in Florida, and then when the way he actually performed in the combine, that's what got Indiana. And I'm not gonna lie, the first two games in his first season, he was doing the damn thing.
Oh, he was. Yeah, I'll give it to him. He was balling.
On top of that, you're giving him weapons to actually. Okay, you didn't really have the running game, but you still had the weapons to throw it. Otherwise, you were getting those weapons from time to time, and it's kind of like, okay, you were still struggling, and then they bring in Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco was like, dude, what's wrong? I can do this all day. You don't know this play? Do this like it's just like peanut butter and jelly. You do this, and
right.
I'm like, wait a minute, you got old Joe just sitting here just
tearing them apart.
Right.
He's like, I got
I was kind of mad at Joe because he did my boy dirty. The only OSU quarterback that I truly call is my favorite quarterback. Was it Smith?
Yeah, Troy Smith.
Only quarterback, like I said, out of OSU, that was I don't care when he was my favorite quarterback. The way he threw that football without effort, and that bitch was still launched halfway across the field, and and he just shoot like a bull, like, damn, how you?
Right. Throwing a 50-yard bomb like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, it was like he's like tossing the red ball to, like, you got it. Right. Here you go.
He might as well throwing a hook shot. He'd have been like,
I ain't gonna lie. I was mad. I'm like, dang.
I know, right?
But Joe said, I gave you a Super Bowl. You got him one. Lucky bastard.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about, so with all that, the next thing we do, I have to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. The loss to the Texans kind of fade their chances. Now, I'm not gonna lie, they kind of do have a silver lining out of this, which is the Indianapolis Colts. Because if the Colts do bad, depending on how they do, depending on how the Chiefs do, they still have a chance to grab that wild card spot.
God damn.
Mm.
And here's old. Well, no disrespect to Patrick Mahomes, please, because to me he sounds like Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Tidbit, I'm with you.
He sounds like Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now, I told my sister about it, and I'm like, they just do. They call Patrick Mahomes. They call him Kermit because he sounds like Kermit the Frog. So
I know, man. When you look at him and you hear him
commercial, and she's like, I can't. She hears him talk. She's like, I can't get that out of my head now. Yeah, he's Kermit all the way.
Right. He swallowed a whole frog.
I like to say he sounds like an Earnhardt. He sounds like Dale Earnhardt Jr. If you hear Dale Earnhardt Jr. talk, he sounds like Patrick Mahomes. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard Mahomes talk, I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna interview Patrick Mahomes." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm in the kitchen, and I hear this dude talking. I'm like, "Why are you talking to Earnhardt? I thought he was talking about Mahomes." And I walk out and look, it's Mahomes.
I thought he was tired. You want to race?
Yeah, I'm like, I thought that was Patrick. I thought that was Dale Earnhardt.
Mm-hmm.
But watch the first season of quarterbacks. Once you get past that voice, ooh, JT, he make you sound like a saint when he cuss.
I mean, out of these 3 games you got posted up here, they probably need all 3 to get in.
Yeah, they got to win out. They definitely have to win out.
I don't see them.
I'm not gonna lie. I the only problem I see maybe
the Broncos.
I don't even see the Broncos being a problem. I hate to say it. I think the hardest one is the Chargers because of that running game.
Right.
Mm.
Because you have Amari Hamilton healthy again, who's doing damage, and then you also have Kamani Vidal. So you got a nice little 1-2 running punch. So even if they do take the lead in something like that with Mahomes, I don't think that he will get a chance to get the ball because that running game,
right?
And with Rich Rod down there stealing signs, he probably know what the play is before he can actually, let them know what's going on. Thank you, JT.
More tightly monitored in the NFL. Harbaugh can't do that.
Yeah, I was thinking they might even have 2 L's depending on what Bronco team shows up. But
right.
Broncos don't really have a good running game right now, though.
No.
The running game is no.
So they're gonna have to pick them up a good running back too in the draft.
Well, RJ Harvey has. I'll do say this: if you do have RJ Harvey, he's getting more touches and he's getting better. So I'm not going to say that their running game is garbage. It's not one of those. If we're comparing Saquon and JTT and I'm trying to think of another one. Christian McCaffrey. If we're not, between them three, he's not on that level, but he is on a decent level to say, okay, you know what, I can be the main ball carrier. He's not dominated it, but he can still be decent yards for it.
Yeah, because I feel sorry for J.K. Dobbins because he was doing his thing with Broncos for a minute till he got that foot injury, and I'm like, man, my dude is just injury prone ever since he came out of Ohio State. Man,
he was injury prone here.
Yeah, he kind of what? Yeah, I agree with you, Dave. See, he was kind of injury prone here. Yeah, I think one year was like a shoulder, and I think the other year was like a hamstring or something like that.
Yep. Now, and again, it's the same thing with him in the NFL. When he was on the field for the Buckeyes, he did the damn thing. But it was just getting him onto the field. And it's been even worse once he got into the NFL. Every team he's been on, he's had something catastrophic happen to where he is done for the season. He was able to prolong it this year. It just happened at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So
he might be done after this year.
He's a good pickup because when he is on the field, he's good. But again, it's getting him on the field. How long is he going to stay on the field?
Right. Excuse me.
So yeah, like I said, between that, like I said, the Broncos will probably be the last one. So I'll probably say this: do you think the Chiefs can make it?
Oh, I mean, they didn't turn on that Super Bowl swagger, getting them back in the fourth quarter because it hasn't been working that way this year with them. Teams have been holding with them. Once they get into the fourth quarter and the Chiefs try to come back, those teams are now holding up against them and keeping them down. The Chiefs haven't lost by a whole lot. Like in their losses, like they're not getting blown out. Like they are winning 4 games.
No,
so
yeah,
it's not like it. In past years where the Chiefs would win those games, they're just not winning those games this time.
So let's put it in for playoff format. So people that own Patrick Mahomes, can you still rely on Patrick Mahomes for these last few games? Because if you look at it, like the 3 games you got, let's just say if you don't have a first round bye, if you're going, first round, second round championship, Chargers first round, second round Titans, third round, championship Broncos.
Well, as long as you can get through this week, you should make it to the finals.
I was going to give a percentage. I was going to do the percentage style. I was going to say 60-40, but now I'm thinking more like 50-50 because, this year, I don't know if y'all noticed, he's running a whole lot more now than throwing.
Yes. Yeah, their line has not been holding up for him as well.
Dude, they've lost everybody. The dude, they had the backup last week for the Texans. He was done for the season. Was it Simmons from that they drafted from Ohio State? He's done for the season. Their lineman is like the Redskins offense, The Walking Dead.
Man. Right now, I would say to get in, I'm gonna say it's 50-50.
Right, like they need all 3 regardless.
They do. I agree with you. They do. And that Broncos game, if they lose to the Chargers, it's really gonna be hard.
Oh yeah.
If they lose to the Chargers, they're technically eliminated.
Are they? Okay.
I think if they lose to the Chargers, they're technically eliminated because right now you lost to the Chargers. That's 2. That'd be a second loss. Tennessee, we know how that's going to turn out.
Mm-hmm.
And you lost to the Broncos too. So either way, you got to think the Broncos are already number 1 in the division. So in order to stay with the Broncos or to stay with the actual wild card, you need to beat the Chargers.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at it like this: if they lose against the Chargers,
That's
Man,
it.
don't be surprised if Andy Reid don't even play Mahomes for the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Right.
Since they're not going nowhere because they need all 3. If they lose against the Chargers, they may not even play him. So then whoever got him on their fantasy team, you might as well just go ahead and just put him down for the last 2.
Right. But yeah, if they get past
screw me over to get me eliminated. Oh, test.
I'd start him against the Chargers, and if he wins against the Chargers, definitely start him against the Titans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, like if he can get past the Chargers, he'll have if he has a decent game against the Chargers, you're still starting him against the Titans.
Yeah, because out of all 3 of them, the Chargers' rush defense is crazy, man. I think they blitz just as much as anybody or the most blitzing defense in the league.
Oh yeah.
Because you still got Camille Mack. Camille Mack, he old as Moses and still touching people.
Oh yes.
What they still got to know is Bosa's out for the season with them, right?
Yeah.
Bosa's not with them anymore. Bosa went to Buffalo.
That's right. Yeah.
Joey Bosa he was on free agent and he signed with Buffalo Bills.
Oh, okay. I don't think it was the quarter one. No, he's already out. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, the other one's in San Francisco. I think he's still with San Francisco, and he's out for
the season. Yeah,
he's out for the season. I think it was a knee injury or was it a?
Yeah, something like that. The same fucking way. They can't stay healthy either.
Man, that's their problem. 49ers always hurt.
But before we get into other things, I do want to bring out the actual perfect lineups that we had. So yeah, we got Tony Montana letting you know that he's reloaded.
Oh, man.
So you had Mr. Jared Allen, Mr. Jet for 37. You had Gibbs, Pollard.
That's Josh.
I called him the center. Look, the center's husband.
That's cool.
Michael, the reason I'm stuttering because I'm looking at Wilson and I've watched him play, and he got you 37.2 points. Now he has been balling out of control. But my thing is that is it him or is it because Marvin Harris is on the field?
Well, Harrison off right now.
And he's still balling.
Yes.
And then you still got Puka.
That's my boy right there. I love you.
And you got Fannin, Mr. Jackson Scott and Jigba.
JSN. You can just so you don't have to mess it up. JSN.
And then you got a nerd calling somebody saying, and then you had the Vikings defense. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how do you have only 18 points and you shut out the team. I would have thought you would have bigger points than that. Because I'm like, wait a minute. They did score.
I like what you call bullshit on that. I had Seattle's defense last week, and they got me 21.
So that's the imperfect lineup. And then Forstat, didn't really make it. That's right. I put Snake Slick back. Ain't happy.
You got to say the whole thing. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
That's right. Pip ain't happy. Or this line with his roster, Jalen Hurts. Woo.
Man, that was mine. I had him and
Brees Hall got the 4.3. Kenneth Walker got you 3.8. DJ Moore this year. I think he's been on an imperfect lineup more than anybody. If they had an all-star imperfect lineup, I think he would have been on it this year. He would be there. Yeah, McConkey with 2.2, Kelsey 1.8, Justin Jefferson, which is weird because he's another one that's been kind of like the
right, but he hasn't been a quarterback to actually throw him the fucking ball.
But when you shut out a team 31-0, how are you not getting the ball?
That's true. That's true.
Decoy,
how's it y'all won 31-0? And technically, you got 3 catches for 10 yards. That's basically what that looks like. Not even that. Maybe you got maybe one catch for 33 yards. That's what that looks like. But let's talk about this imperfect line because a lot of these players are pretty much playoff needs. Jalen Hurts is definitely one of them. Like I said, Hurts is one of them, and right now, where Hurts is kind of like, let me get it.
Go on now. The other one is Kenneth Walker. He was balling out and he's dropped off.
That's because Chardonnay has actually stepped up.
Yeah.
Because Chardonnay has been getting a few catches, it's kind of been taken away from Kenneth Walker because Walker hasn't been getting those touches, and if he does, he's not getting a lot of them.
Right. I mean, and Kelsey, you can see that he's done that all season for people, just because I think the rest of the NFL is caught up with the Chiefs. So
with Kelsey, I would actually watching him play. I'm not gonna lie, it seems like Father Time. It's Father Time. I'm definitely gonna say that with Kelsey, Father Time is actually knocking on his door. He ain't knocking, he banging like Tommy on Power.
Right.
Open the door. But yeah, just that lineup is like I said with Justin Jefferson. For some of these people to be on here for so many times, it is frustrating.
But again, with a lot of them, again, you said, Kenneth Walker just wasn't getting the touches. Jefferson, Minnesota has been in such a flux with their quarterback play all year that it's just been bad, and he hasn't been able to get going. Right? Bryce Hall just plays for a bad fucking team.
Exactly.
Well, I told you we should have. Look, I said we should have traded to get him.
Should have. I think he'd have did more damage with the Commanders than he is with the Jets. And I don't think, to be honest, I think Bryce Hall might be going after this year, anyways.
Right.
He's a free agent. He is a free agent.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think Garrett Wilson gonna be there long either.
No. Well, I mean, right. It really does. That depends on if him and Fields can actually get together and reminisce on days past and fucking get that back down.
It's not honestly. I don't think about reminiscing on days past. It's more look. Let's get this together. Let's throw a little camp. Let's meet up. Let's work out. Let's do this. Let's get that rhythm.
Right.
Because if Aaron Rodgers can do that with DK Metcalf in the off season, then why isn't anybody else doing the same things?
Exactly.
Wilson might have gone a little heavy, he might have gone a little diva heavy, because you do remember last year with Rodgers, Metcalf and him Wilson and Rodgers were not exactly on the same page. So Wilson might got a little bit of diva in him from the last season, being able to fucking open his mouth to a seasoned veteran like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's putting his foot down with them rather than trying to work with people.
Well, as I like to call him, John Wick Rogers. I'm sorry, Rick Rogers.
10 foot that.
I think with and I definitely say this, when it came to the Jets, that organization is somebody that you can. I'll probably say he bullied, because you got to think they did a lot of things for Rodgers.
Oh yes,
they got him the coordinator he wanted from Denver, who was trash, but he wanted him. They got him. You found a way to bring in Adams,
right?
And you still didn't, and he left. So it's like I think with the Jets, you need to. I think they just when it came to Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers bullied them.
Oh yeah, he LeBron the fuck out of them.
He definitely bullied them into basically saying, okay, yeah, we'll do this for you. Yeah, we'll do that for you. We'll hook you up with this. We'll hook you up with that. We just want to try to win. Now, him going to Pittsburgh is a different story. And I'm gonna tell you, I understand. This is how I feel. Pittsburgh told him, "It's like, look, and you see those banners? Yeah, we got those without you. See this banner? We beat you to get that banner.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really need you. We look, you work for us, we work with you. How about that? Because technically, look, we can do it without you."
And I really wish it would have went without him.
True statement. Yeah, but then you would have had Mason Rudolph as a starting quarterback, and that's
you had Duck Dynasty, and by that time, I guarantee you, Miles Garrett would have been foaming at the mouth.
I know, another episode, right?
Look, remember? I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know. Look, I'm about to show my age. Remember Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he didn't. They didn't do it, but the other school, when they brought it in, they made it look like they destroyed his Camaro.
Right.
And we seen how Forrest Whitaker was on that football game. He was just laying everybody out that had the opposite jersey. Yeah, that's basically how he would have felt twice a season.
It'd have been the last Boy Scout just running down the field, pow, pow, pow.
That's what he would have done. Like, look, get him off of me, get him off of me. I did not call the N-word. Get him off me, get him off me.
He won't. I don't think Mason Rudolph will be there next year either. I think he'd be gone too after this year. I don't know why they even brought him. I don't even know why they brought that dude back.
Back up because they didn't know how we'll perform. So let's get somebody that still knows the playbook.
Honestly, I think it's good for Will Howard to actually be sitting.
I mean, at this point, they should have just kept Russell Wilson. He was more productive than Mason Rudolph.
But Russell had already signed with the Giants. That the thing that with the actual, I think they wanted to keep both of them.
They did. I think they really did.
I really think they wanted to keep both quarterbacks, but unfortunately, when it came to them playing, when it came to the contracts, New York offered Russell Wilson first, and then right after that, the Jets offered Justin Fields. Because I would have loved to see them back there.
Yeah, Fields and Russell, like Russell was legitimately having a resurgence with the Steelers.
Yeah,
like he had a little bit of one with the Giants, but like he was doing better with the Steelers. So was Fields. It's a wonder what having an actual line in front of you that will block for you will do for you.
That's like,
I'm gonna be honest. I think Russell Wilson is still doing good things with the Giants, granted from their record. But I'll probably say, when you watch them boys play, they play hard.
Right.
Offense and defense, they play hard. And I think a lot of people, when they actually interviewed Russell Wilson, when he took that loss, and he did a lot of, we worked as a team, we did this, we did that, we gave it out all. He didn't. I don't think that team was used to somebody supporting him like that. And I do feel as though Jackson Dart learned from that, because when you're talking to Jackson, aka Matthew McConaughey Jr., he pretty much gives you that same vibe to where like he's all about trying to be with the team.
Right. Now,
for Russell Wilson, I would probably say, I would, if you don't keep him, I would definitely try to keep him as a coach, as a QB coach.
Right. Fucking the Giants might be on the come up. Like they had a rough thing when Scatterboo got hurt and then Dart got hurt. Like them boys were about to turn on. Right. Yeah, and Neighbors. Fucking hell. But
they'd have had a nice one if all of them stay healthy.
So you might want to watch
the scary thing. Y'all got to remember, on top of that, I got Jackson Dart. I still got Neighbors, and I still got Scatterboo, all going to be healthy next year. And
Right.
I'll probably have a lottery pick. I'm probably picking first, second, or third.
Right.
So I got a quarterback, I got a running back, I got a wide receiver. Dude, what if they? I'm not trying to be funny. What if they do decide to take Caleb Downs at safety?
That'd be all right.
I don't need another offensive player. Maybe a tight end, but there's no tight ends. There's no tight ends that are really. I'm not gonna say available, but I'm not saying. I'll probably say there's no tight ends that are basically like, yo, I got to get this cat in the first round.
Nah, the only tight end that really sticks out to me right now will be the one from Ohio State, Max Clare, or one of those tight ends that might be coming out of Georgia.
Yeah, but I can probably get them in the second round.
Exactly.
I think Max Clare's still got one more year.
Oh,
I think we got him for one more.
Okay.
But even in that, like the tight ends coming out of college this year is nah, but they're still good for about 8 to 10 games in their rookie years. So grab one, get them around with folks that are going to help him. The way their team seems to be getting together, they should be all right getting them a rookie tight end. But they could also get Bowers because he's probably going to want out of Las Vegas at the end of the season.
Nah, he's still on a contract.
Is he? No, I'm just saying.
You can probably get Bowers if you trade,
right?
But then, like I said, but on top of that, that means you only get him for 2 years because he's still unless you try to restructure his contract right after that because he's still under the rookie contract. Because remember, Bowers came out the same year Neighbors came out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That was Bowers, Neighbor, Jaden, Drake, all of them. That's that class.
Yeah, that's the year number 2 because is it a 4-year rookie contract or is it a 3-year rookie contract?
I think it's a 3-year with the fourth as an option.
Okay. Yes. and to be honest, this year the way I'm looking at it, NFL draft, I'm thinking it's going to be more defensive players coming out this year than it is offensive this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't really seen anything offensively to where everybody's going to be like, oh, we got to get him. We got to get him.
Exactly.
Everybody's waiting on the Manning kid to see where he decides. And he's probably going to be another year.
Exactly.
Well, he has to go at least one more. He probably won't be in Texas next year.
Yeah. And I think one of the players that's going to be on the cover is the defensive end guy that plays for Texas A&M number 9. Last name is How. Yeah, that dude is a monster at defensive end for Texas A&M number 9. Like I said, How I see him, I can definitely see him going first round.
So before we do go, I'd like to do the segment called, Hey Miss Parker and Bye Felicia. We do this for the playoff round. So right now, first round, based off the games, who's your Miss Parker? Who to where you feel as though you need this player? Look for this player to actually make the points to where if you have him, you can pretty much get this first round. Give me 3 Miss Parkers.
3 Miss Parkers. I'm gonna say Christian McCaffrey. I see Bijan Robinson, and then I'm gonna probably say I'm gonna go with a quarterback. I'm gonna say Brock Purdy.
There you go,
Bruce.
I would probably say good old Puka, but he already on my lineup, so I'm definitely say him. Man, I want to say Derrick Henry for the playoff push, but the Ravens have been so bad. Like they have to throw the ball constantly, and he doesn't get the rock near as much as he was in the beginning. But I also think Lamar turning to poo. So
this is definitely King Henry's worst year probably ever.
Right. But at least he took care of the fumble thing. Like he did stop fumbling the ball, but Like the Ravens have to throw the ball so much that Henry's not going to get the play that he probably should.
Exactly.
Give me some Jackson Smith. Like, you definitely starting him.
Okay. Me, I'm going Amari Hamilton. Just right now, like I said, because I'll probably say for the Chargers, they're playing a lot of teams that don't have a solid run defense. You're playing Kansas City. I think you still have to play the Raiders, and I forgot who they play after that. I think maybe the only problem I'll probably say is maybe the Broncos, but I'm definitely looking at Amari Hampton because one, he's the freshest running back that we got right now. I'm like, if you have him, he's pretty fresh. He hasn't had any of the wear and tear other than the foot sprain. Wide receiver wise, I'm looking. I'm trying to think. I would say, yeah, I'll probably go with you with Jackson Smith and Jigba because he's going for the record. I'll probably agree with you on that one, JT. Yeah, the Jackson Smith and Jigba is one that you basically, okay, if you got him, he's definitely going to have that he's going to cover that push. And quiet is kept. I'm probably going to get shot in the face for this. I'm going to go Mariota.
Oh.
And the reason I say Mariota, and I'll explain to you why. Because the teams he's playing are really giving quarterbacks points. The Giants, the Eagles, and the Cowboys.
Right.
Quiet is kept, and like I said, and he's not struggling because he doesn't have offensive players. They're technically, if they wanted to, they could play spoiler. They might not make the playoffs, but they can probably break some hearts between Dallas and Philly. So if they go in, they could come in playing party pooper, and like I said, you still have Scary Terry, and you still have
Samuel
Debo. You still got Debo out there in that backfield, and Traylon Lane has kind of stepped up. I mean, not Traylon Lane. Traylon Burks has stepped up to be that third wide receiver. So I will probably say Mariota might be that. That's my miss. Those are my Miss Parkers. So who are you saying bye Felicia to?
Man, as much as I thought I wouldn't say this, but man, Jalen hurt, man. Buddy ain't. I got him still in my lineup, but Buddy ain't really did nothing for me all this year, really. Probably say him. Let's see. I don't want to say Devontae Adams, but he been a little bit inconsistent this year, even though playing with Puka. Yeah, but then your boy Jefferson, Jefferson ain't really been doing nothing at all this year.
Oh my God, yeah.
But again, that's because he's had no one to throw the damn ball.
Exactly.
There's no one in Minnesota that can get Jefferson the ball in any capacity that where he can do some damn things.
So not to play party pooper, but they disannounced the Heisman, and it was the Indiana quarterback.
Was it?
We already knew that.
Did I tell you? I knew they was gonna give it to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, the game he had in the Big Ten title game was cemented. That you
can thank Ohio State for that one.
Oh.
And you can do that because I hate to say it, it's going to be a round two. Whether people say it or not, it is going to be a round two, and it's going to be for the national title. If it's the way it's set up, it's going to be a round two between Indiana and Ohio State. And I think it might be the national title game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm all right with that.
Oh, just got some news over here. There's the wide receiver from San Francisco. What's his name? Brandon Ayuk.
Yes.
He out for the season, man.
Oh, damn.
He hasn't played the whole season.
He ain't played the whole season.
Damn. Now, I would, for a playoff push, the Seattle defense has been doing really, really good the last, they've been stepping up, and it is getting to a playoff push with defenses, they're going to tighten up a lot. I don't know the Seattle defense, the Texans defense is another one that if you can just have just because if you start at 10 and it can only go down from there with a defense, having the Texans, Seattle, fucking Tampa Bay on a good week is a good one to have. But yeah, going through your playoffs, you're wanting at least 10 points out of everybody. Maybe a kicker.
So who you saying about Felicia to?
Ooh. I mean, Jefferson definitely. Oh God, what's his name? McCornley or McCorkey, whatever his name is for the Chargers.
McConkey?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has been just wildly inconsistent. I mean, when he does do good, he does good, but he has been really bad for a bunch of weeks now.
That's because everybody relying on third and Keenan. That Keenan, like, what they look, third down, you already know who they throwing it to, Keenan Allen.
Right. That and Justin Herbert. Again, Aaron Rodgers took a week off, hurt his non-throwing hand. Right. Herbert went and got surgery and played through it. But Herbert's been a little bit of iffy the last few weeks as well.
Now, I'm not going to lie. As soon as you said that, so did anybody watch the actual Eagles-Chargers game on Disney?
Yes. Oh,
no, actually,
dude, I'm not gonna lie. When they had, what's his name? The big furry one,
Sully. Sully was in
when they had Sully and Saquon Barkley, and he took off. All you see was just a little red trail. I was like, oh hell nah.
He's fast as fuck, boy.
No. I'm sorry. He was Amari Hampton. He was with Amari Hampton. They had Barkley and Mike Wazowski.
But there was no reverse hurdle.
That was the only thing I was waiting on. I'm like, come on, do a reverse hurdle.
Just do it.
But I'm not gonna lie, Disney, that is awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if they will. I think it's gonna happen. Excuse me. I think this is gonna happen to where they're actually gonna do a Madden game, a whole Madden game. That's football.
Damn. All right.
It's going to happen. I guarantee you Disney's looking at doing that next year. So it's like, well, instead of Pixar doing this, what if we actually do it in Madden format to where the whole game is played like you're playing Madden?
Well, I mean, like that'll be good for, honestly, it might actually help a lot of people that are casual players of Madden seeing the way a game runs out.
So, like I said, in Disney, if you do this, we thought of it. Give us our props.
No, you can go ahead and have it, Disney. That's fine.
No. They can have it. Dude, we can get some money out of it at least. Come on, give us something out of it.
Just because we was here at the time of ideation.
Exactly. Look, give us some type of a free trip to Disney so we can go to Super Mario Land or something like that.
Something like that.
Universal.
No, that's with Disney too.
It's on Disney.
All I know is that Sterling gets access to Disneyland and Universal Studios, and his wife works for Disney.
Okay.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah. Mary Kay, love you, sweetie. Yes. My favorite sister-in-law.
You've seen her twice.
No. I've seen her 4 times.
4 times. I can count it on one hand.
That's right.
You're
Call it what you want. I've seen her. I've hung out with her. Yes, she is cool.
She is real. I have met her.
She is.
Dude,
I'm not gonna lie. Dude, this still gets me every time I think about it. So Thanksgiving last year, I go home, see the family, stuff like that. So Sterling and Mary Kay, they're out taking care, taking care of my nieces. They took my nieces to the mall, stuff like that. I'm helping Pop get everything set up for the house, the house for Thanksgiving. And later on down the night, we all come down there, in the basement, we chill out, throwing a movie, we all watching it. Sterling and Mary Kay come down there with us too. And he's like, what time did you get in? He was like, I told him, I got about 3 help Pop that stuff. Pop comes out of nowhere. Yeah, my real son came to help me out, like my other son over here. And Mary Kay said it without missing a beat. It's okay, Sterling. He don't want grandkids right now. I'm like, dang. Mom, just look, I ain't never seen my father collapse laughing so hard. Like, yo, she got me.
Buddha, that hurts Sterling's feeling. He don't get a beat. No, play nice, JT. He don't get a beat.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be upsetting. No grandkids.
No, it was just the simple fact that she just said it just right then and there. Was like, it's okay. He doesn't want grandkids right now. I was like, man, Mary Kay don't
He kept it all the way gully.
She kept it gay. I'm like, Mary Kay keep it gangster. She remind me, look, I ain't gonna lie, she does remind me of Sip sometimes. That quick wit. She might not, I don't know, she got the jab like she like Sip, but we got to call it a wrap today. That's our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe us so you can get notifications when we're on. Again, definitely got to give a shout out to the First Stream Podcast crew. They come on in about a few. I think they should be on today. Other than that, Jay, you got anything to say?
No, I got nothing. I'm happy.
OG, what about you?
I'm good too as well. It's always a blessing to be on here.
All right, y'all. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our show. Again, if you like to subscribe us, definitely like us on Facebook. So if you go on Facebook, definitely hit us up. Hopefully, when we get more audience, we can definitely link the show to the Facebook website so you can actually watch it on Facebook. We'll definitely be keeping some of the stats of our playoff rankings, how we're doing in the playoffs, who's winning, who's losing, and we're definitely going to give you the actual stats, such as the imperfect lineups thanks to NFL. And if y'all have any questions on there, definitely hit us up on there to let us know what you got questions on. We might put on the show for you for that week, and we can give you some advice on it. Other than that, y'all take it easy. Peace.
Peace.